So hello everyone, welcome to part 2 of probability and statistics. So let's start with probability distribution. We have here Bernoulli binomial distribution. So in this case, we consider repeated and independent trials of an experiment with two outcomes. We call one of the outcomes success, and of course the other one is the failure. So let P the probability of success, so that Q is equal to 1 minus P is the probability of failure. Then we also have Bernoulli binomial distribution. So if we are interested in the number of success, so take note of this, number of success and not in the order in which they occur, then the following theorem applies. So we have P is equal to NCR, or N combination of R taken at a time, multiplied by P raised to N. Okay, so P is the probability of success, and also multiplied by the probability of failure, which is Q, then raised to N minus R. Then we also have multinomial distribution, extension of binomial distribution involving 3 or more events. So our probability is equal to a sub 1 plus a sub 2 plus a sub 3 and so on and so forth until a sub n factorial all over a sub 1 factorial multiplied by a sub 2 factorial multiplied by a sub 3 factorial and so on and so forth. Then multiplied by the probability of the first event, probability of the second, and so on and so forth. Okay, so that's the multinomial distribution. Then we also have hypergeometric distribution. So in probability theory, this hypergeometric distribution is a discrete probability distribution that describes the number of success in a sequence of n draws. So we have here n draws from a finite population without replacement. So just as the binomial distribution describes the number of success for draws with replacement, so this is equal to P equal to M sub 1 C K sub 1, M sub 2 C K sub 2, M sub 3 C K sub 3, and so on and so forth, divided by the summation of M sub n C K sub n. So we're going to use the combination here. Now let's answer this question number 20. What is the probability of getting a 9 exactly ones and 3 throws of a pair of dice? So we have here a pair of dice. Okay. We have here given a pair of dice. At sabi, we have to get a 9. So in order for us to get a 9, we have to have a pair of 3 and 6, 4 and 5, 5 and 4, and 6 and 3, of course. So we have 4, okay? 4 out of 36, right? So our probability is 4 out of 36, and that is equal to 1 over 9. So our probability of getting exactly 9 as a sum of the pair of dice is equal to 1 over 9. Now applying Bernoulli binomial distribution, so that's NCR, P raised to R, Q raised to N minus R. So our N here is 3 since we have 3 throws. Okay, so 3 C1, then our probability of success is equal to 1 over 9, and that would be raised to 1. Then our Q is, that is 1 minus P, so that is 8 over 9, our probability of failure. N minus R, that is 3 minus 1, so that is equal to 2. Now our answer would be, yeah, 0.263. So next problem, what is the probability that exactly 2 out of 3 tosses of a fair coin will be heads? So we have here a fair coin. So that means our probability is 1/2. Okay, so just head or a tail. So that's 1/2 probability. Okay, so applying Bernoulli binomial distribution, we have 3C2. Okay, because it says here that 3 tosses, no? And our expected success is 2. So 3C2 multiplied by the probability of success, which is 1/2, and raised to 2, since We're looking for this one. And of course, multiplied by 1/2 also, that's the probability of failure, and that is raised to 1. Therefore, we have 3C2 multiplied by 1/2 raised to 3. And that is equal to 3/8. So next, 4 light bulbs are chosen at random from 20 bulbs, of which 5 are defective. Find the probability that exactly 1 is defective. Okay, so in this problem, we're going to use the hypergeometric distribution. So our probability is equal to, okay, so meron tayong 5 defective from the 20 bulbs, okay? And 4 light bulbs will be chosen from this sample. So we are looking for the probability that exactly 1 is defective. Okay, so that will be 5C1 because we have 5 defective. So saselect natin yung isa mula dun sa 5 na defective and 15C3. So, kasi 'di ba yung 5 and 15 dito, that's the total of the population, that's 20. And yung isa-select natin, si 1 from the defective group, so 5C1, and yung 3, isa-select naman siya dun sa hindi defective. Okay, so ito yung 4 light bulbs that are being chosen. Ayan, chosen 4 light bulbs. Okay? Then, over natin siya dun sa 20C4. The total of the defective and the non-defective. C4 kasi 4 yung pinili. Okay? From this population or from this sample. Yan. So, we have 5C1 multiplied by 15C3 divided by 20C4. And that is equal to 0.4696. Next, what is the probability that of 5 cards dealt from a well-shuffled deck, 3 will be hearts and 2 spades? Okay? So, our probability here, sabi, 3 will be hearts and 2 will be spades. So, we know that yung mga cards natin, we have 13 sets. Each, no, heart, spade, flower, and diamond. So, that would be 13C3 and another 13 from the spade. So, 13C2. Okay. Then, over 52C5. Since our deck of card total is 52. Okay? And our answer would be 143 over 16,660. Okay, so next question. In a class of 28 students, the teacher selects 4 people at random to participate in a geography contest. So what is the probability that this group of 4 students include at least 2 of the top 3 geography students in the class? So express your answer as a common fraction. So same method. So ang probability natin, so sabi dito, at least 2 of the top 3 geography students yung kailangan. So pag sinabing at least 2, that's greater than or equal to 2. So yung una natin, 3C2. So 'di ba, greater than or equal to 2. Yung 2 mapipili from the top 3 geography students. And syempre, yung kasama niya is 25C2 since we have a total of 28 students. And 4 yung pipiliin. So yung itong dalawa is from the rest of the class. Also, diba, at least 2 daw kasi, so we can also have the probability of getting the 3 students. So 3C3 then multiplied by 25C1. So yung tatlo dun sa 4 na kailangan niya is galing na dun sa top 3 geography students and yung isa from the 25. Okay? Then all over, yung total population natin is 28. Then yung pinipili natin is 4. So 28 C4. So our answer here would be 37 over 819. Next, we have a conditional probability. So the conditional probability of an event B is the probability that the event will occur given the knowledge that an event A has already occurred. So ito yung representation niya. Probability of A and B divided by the probability of A. So another important method for calculating conditional probability is given by the Bayes formula. So we have here the expression PAB is equal to PBA times the probability of A all over PBA sub K times the probability of A sub K. And so a couple has 2 children. Find the probability P that both children are boys if it is given that at least one of the children is a boy. So, sabi, both children are boys and it's already given that at least one of the children is a boy. So, if we are going to list the possibilities, we have both boy, then boy and then girl and boy. So, we have only 1 out of 3. Okay, so our probability is 1/3. So next, a pair of dice is thrown. So find the probability that the sum is 10 or greater if 5 appears on at least one of the die. Okay, so we can actually list all the possibilities. So at least one daw of the die is 5. Sabihin natin 1, 5, 2, 5, 3, 5, 4, 5, 5, 5, 6, 5. Then, pag binaliktad natin, we have 5, 1, 5, 2, 5, 3, 5, 4, and 5, 6. Yan. Kasi may 5, 5 na dito. Okay. So, hinanap natin the probability that the sum is 10 or greater. So, alin lang ba dito yung sum is 10 or greater? So, we have this one, and this one. So, we have 3 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And that is our answer. Okay, so question number 27. In a certain college, 4% of the men and 1% of the women are taller than 6 feet. Furthermore, 60% of the students are women. Now, if a student is selected at random and is taller than 6 feet, what is the probability that the student is a woman? So, okay, so let's solve for the probability. The probability that the student is a woman, given that she is taller than 6 feet. So, tingnan natin, yung population ng students is 60% is women. So, that is 0.6. And yung percentage na ang women are taller than 6 feet is 1%. So, 0.6 times 0.01 over yung both na probability ng men and women. So, that's 0.6 times 0.01 plus, so yung men natin, of course, if 60% of the students are women, of course, the probability or the percentage of the men are 40%. So, 0.4 multiplied by the percentage of them being taller than 6 feet. So, that's 0.04. Ayan. So, that's our probability. So, our answer would be 3 over 11. So, next, suppose a voter poll is taken in 3 states. In State A, 50% of voters support the Liberal candidate. In State B, 60% of the voters support the Liberal candidate. And in State C, 35% of the voters support the Liberal candidate. So, of the total population of the 3 states, 40% live in State A, 40%, 25% live in state B, and 35% live in state C. So given that a voter supports the liberal candidate, what is the probability that she lives in the state B? Okay, so P is equal to, let's look for the state B. State B natin, 25% live in state B. So we have here 0.25 multiplied by this one. So 60% of the voters support the liberal candidate. So that is 0.60. Then divided by the summation of all the given. So let's write for the state B, 0.25 multiplied by 0.6. What's happening? Plus, delete muna natin. And so 0.25 multiplied by 0.6 plus for state A, so sabi 40% live in state A, and 50% of the voters support the liberal candidate, so 0.5. For state C naman, we have 35% live in state C, and 35% of the voters support the liberal candidate. So, 0.35 also. So, our probability is equal to, ayan, 20/63. So, next, expected value. In probability theory, the expected value or the expectation, mathematical expectation, EV, mean, or the first moment of a random variable as the weighted average of all possible values that this random variable can take on. So, EV is equal to P sub 1 x sub 1 plus P sub 2 x sub 2 plus yun, hanggang P sub n x sub n. Okay, so let's apply this here. You draw one card from a standard deck of playing cards. If you pick a heart, you will win $10. If you pick a face card, which is not a heart, you win $8. If you pick any other card, you lose $6. How much is your expected earning? Okay. So, isa-isahin muna natin. Sabi, if you pick a heart, you will win $10. What is the probability of picking a heart? So, diba, in our set of 52 cards in a deck, we have 13 cards na heart. So, 13/52, that is equal to 1/4. So, ang winning natin dyan, okay, lagyan natin we sub heart. Yan. So, $10, no? Then next, if you pick a face card which is not a heart, so ilan ba yung face card na hindi heart? So probability of F, sabihin natin F yan. F not heart. Yan. F not heart. So ilan ba yun? Face card natin, that is Jack, Queen, King, na diamond, spade, tsaka flowers. So, meron tayong 9. No, 9/52. Okay? So, yung mapapanalo na naman natin, kapag yun yung nabunot natin is $8. If not heart. Yan. So, $8 naman yung winning. And if you pick any other card, you lose $6. Okay? So, the probability of having, sabihin natin O na lang, so others, that's probability of getting not a face and not a heart. So, we have 30, now from ace 2 to 10. So, 30/52 or 15/26. At yung loss naman natin dyan is $6. Therefore, our expected earning or expected value, that would be 1/4. Okay, so ito, multiplied by $10 plus yung probability na makuha yung face not heart, that's 9/52 multiplied by $8. Then, subtract natin yung expected loss naman. That's 15/26, the probability. And, di ko sinulat yung 6. Ayun. $6. Ayun. Therefore, our expected earning is equal to yan, $0.42. Okay, so next number, a detective figures that he has 1 in 9 chance of recovering stolen property. His out-of-pocket expenses for the investigation are $9,000. So if he is paid with this fee, only if he recovers the stolen property, what should he charge the clients in order to break even? So when we say break even, so expected value niya is equal to 0. Yung expected earning niya will be 0. So yung probability niya to find or to recover the stolen property is 1 in 9 chance. Therefore, P is equal to 1/9. And yung rate of failure naman niya, that's 1 minus P or equal to 8/9. So, therefore, EV is equal to 0 equal to 1/9 multiplied by the X. So, yung X natin dito is yung hinahanap natin na i-charge na dun sa client to break even. So, X minus 9,000 minus 8/9 multiplied by 9,000. Okay, so yung 9,000 kasi yung ginagastos niya for the investigation. Okay, so our answer would be yun, 81,000. So you can just calculate this, input in your calculator, and shift solve, and you will find the value of X. Next, statistics. So statistics is a study of the collection, organization, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of data. It deals with all aspects of these, including the planning of data collection in terms of the design of surveys and experiments. So we have measures of central tendency. So in statistics, the term central tendency relates to the way in which quantitative data tend to cluster around some value. A measure of central tendency is any of a number of ways of specifying the central value. So may tinatawag tayong arithmetic mean or simply mean, the sum of all measurement divided by the number of all measurements divided by the number of observation in the data set. Median, the middle value. So, median nga siya, that's the middle value that separates the higher half from the lower half of the data set. So, pag kukunin natin yung median, dapat naka-arrange yung numbers from highest to lowest or from lowest to highest. So, kunin natin yung middle value. That's the median. Then, mode, the most frequent value in the data set. Geometric mean, the nth root of the product of the value or of the data values. Then harmonic mean, the reciprocal of the arithmetic mean of the reciprocals of the data values. Weighted mean, an arithmetic mean that incorporates weighing to the certain data elements. Yan. So question number 31, find the median of the following scores. We have 30, 73, 62, 60, 58, 70, 60, 95, 66, 51, and 85. So, median, as I've said earlier, it is the middle value. And in order for us to get the median, we have to arrange this set of numbers to lowest to highest first. Okay, so ano ba lowest dito? We have 30, then 51, 58, 60, dalawa, tapos 62, 66, 70, 73, 85, and 95. Okay, so ilan ba sila? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 sila, so ang middle natin ay ito, tama ba? 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. Ayun, so 62. So, ganun lang yung pagkuha ng median. Next, so, another set of numbers, so, kunin natin ang median. So, range ulit lang natin. So, pinababa niya, we have 20, then 51, 58, then 60, 62, 66, 70, 73, 85, and 90. Ayan. Then, ilan sila? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ayan. So, pag even yung total number niya, so ito, 10. So, kunin natin yung dalawa na nasa gitna. That is 62 and 66. Ayan, apat yung nandito. Apat yung nandito. Tapos, apat din yung nandito. Therefore, yung nasa gitna natin is 62 and 66. So, kapag dalawang number yung nasa gitna as the median, so, pag-add natin sila and divided by 2. So, 62 plus 66 divided by 2, that is equal to 64. Okay, so question number 33. On the first 6 tests, Pikachu's scores were 95, 91, 92, 78, 92, and 86. So, if Pikachu took a 7 test and raised his test mean by exactly 1, what was his score on the 7 test? Okay, so, yung first mean niya, sabihin natin that's x of 1 bar, that's equal to 89. Tapos, naging 90. Since, tumaas daw yung test mean niya by exactly positive 1. Okay, so hinahanap natin is the score on his 7 tests. So, gawin lang natin yung average, that is 89, times 6. So, times 6 tests. So, 89 times 6, minus 90. Okay, yung average na to, multiplied by 7. Kasi 7 tests na siya, diba? Dito sa x sub 2 natin. Therefore, ang hinahanap lang natin is equal to 96. So, yun. May nakuha siyang 96 sa pang 7 tests niya. That's why yung average or yung mean niya is naging 90. Next, during the given month, 10 farmers sold 13, 17, 10, 18, 18, 9, 17, 13, 15, 14 sacks of rice respectively. What is the mode of this group of data? So, sabi natin kanina yung mode is yung most frequent number na nag-appear dun sa set of values natin. Okay, so, tingnan natin yung 13. So, ilan ba yung 13 dito sa given? Dalawa. Yung 17, dalawa din. And yung 18 ay dalawa din. Therefore, our answer is all of the choices. Next, measures of dispersion. So, a measure of statistical dispersion is a non-negative real number that is 0 if all the data are the same and increases as the data become more diverse. It measures how spread the data is. So, we have here some terms like range, difference between the maximum and the minimum value. Mid-range, so yung range natin divided by 2 or yung half of the range. Mean deviation, the deviation of the data from the average or mean value. Standard deviation naman, represented by the symbol sigma, shows how much variation or dispersion exists from the average. And variance, that is the square of the standard deviation. Then measures of position. The rank of a data point gives its position when the list is sorted from least to greatest. The percentile rank for a data point gives its position relative to the others in the list. So percentile rank ranges from the first percentile to the 100 percentile. Okay, so percentile rank yun. Pag sinabi namang decile rank for a data point, so it marks which 10 percentile it is in. For quartile naman, that is 4/4 percentile naman siya. Then we also have z-score. So a z-score is a statistical measurement of a score's relationship measurement of a score's relationship to the mean in a group of scores. So z is equal to x sub s, or this score, minus x, or the mean, divided by the standard deviation. So that is the z-score. Yan. So question number 35. During the given month, 10 farmers sold 13, 17. So this is the previous problem, but this time we're looking for the mid-range. So ano ba yung mid-range natin kanina? Sabi natin that's the half of the range. But the range is the difference between the max and the minimum. So max minus minimum divided by 2. So that is the mid-range. Ito. So, ano ba yung maximum natin dyan? Maximum is 18. Ang minimum natin is 9. And divided by 2. Therefore, our mid-range is 4.5. So, ganun lang siya. Next, find the mean deviation of the following scores: 5, 4, 6, 8, 7, 9, 5, 3, 6, 8. So, we have here a formula for mean deviation. That's x sub d bar equal to the summation of absolute value of x minus x bar divided by n, where n is the total number of the values in a given set. Okay, so how to find this? There is no shortcut, but we can use calculator technique. Okay, since may mga numbers na naulat, we can enable the frequency. So how to enable the frequency in our table? So just click shift, then mode, then yung down arrow, may makikita kayong stat, then you will be asked for the frequency, kung on ba, 1, then yung 2 is yung off. Okay, then syempre piliin nyo yung on, tapos punta kay mode stat, mode 3. So yun, mode 3, the stat mode, and then choose the one variable. So, yung lalabas dyan is dalawa na yung column. Okay? Yung x, and then sa tabi niya is yung meron ng frequency. Okay? So, input natin. So, for example, yung 5. So, ilan ba yung 5 dyan? Merong dalawa. Yung 4, isa lang. Yung 6 natin, dalawa. Yung 8, dalawa. 7, isa. 9, isa. 3. Ayan. Bleto na. And then, after that, just click AC. And then, ano ba kukunin natin? Pwede na muna natin kunin yung X bar or the mean. So, for X bar, so after nyo i-AC, shift 1 bar. So, shift 1 or the shift stat. Then, piliin nyo yung var. Then, piliin nyo yung X bar. Okay? So, yun yung number ito doon. Then, may makuha kayong value. Ang nakuha kong value dyan is 6.1. Okay? Then, after nyo nun, ulit kayo dito sa table. Okay? Punta kayo ulit sa table. Kasi ang kailangan natin is yung x minus x bar na naka-absolute value. Therefore, for example, sa 5, ilalagay nyo dito 6.1 minus 5. Okay, frequency 2, 6.1 minus 4, frequency is 1, and so on and so forth. Okay, so after nyo matapos dyan, easy ulit natin. Okay, then kukunin natin yung summation, diba ito? So ito, yung nakuha natin dito is x minus x bar na, diba? Ito, yung nasa second table na natin. So para makuha yung summation nila, so that is shift 1 ulit. So, to find the summation of x minus x bar, so yun ay shift 1, tapos may makikita kayo dyang sum. Sa akin, number 3 siya. So, yun yung sum. Tapos, piliin nyo yung number 2, yung may summation of x. So, yung number 2, makukuha kayong values, and then divide nyo by n. Okay, so yun kasi yung formula natin for mean deviation, and may makuha kayong sagot. Finally, that is 1.52. Next, Ryan gets 50 on his statistics midterm where the mean of his class is 40. and the standard deviation is 10. So, determine his z-score. Okay? So, z-score natin, formula niya, that's equal to x sub s minus x over the standard deviation. So, just substitute lang natin. So, yung nakuha niya is 50. Then, yung mean nung klase niya is 40. Then, divided by the standard deviation, which is 10. Therefore, ang z-score niya is equal to 1. Okay, so number 38, find the quadratic mean of the numbers 3, 5, 6, 6, 7, 10, and 12. So our formula for the quadratic mean, that is actually the RMS equal to the square root of the summation of x squared over n. Okay, so meron din naman siyang calculator technique. So lalagay lang din natin siya sa table. You can on the frequency or not, so okay lang din naman. So, one variable only, so 3, 5, 6, 6, 7, 10, and 12, okay? Then, of course, click AC. Then you go to shift 1, okay? So, that is stat. Shift 1, and then sum. So, yung sum is nasa number 3. Shift 1, 3. So, this is the sum. And you will see the number 1. Yung nasa number 1 is yung merong summation of x squared. Okay? Then, after you get that, you divide it by n. So, ito, pwede siyang equal. And then, divide nyo na sa n. Yung n natin is the number of values in the set. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, we have 7. So, yung n natin dito is 7. Okay? Then, after that, just get the square root. Kasi yun yung quadratic mean natin. Okay? And our answer would be 7.55. So, next, find the standard deviation of the following data. 2, 5, 3, 4, 7, 0, 11, 2, 3, and 8. Okay, so, lagay lang din natin siya sa table, sa stat mode, and then, after nyo ma-input itong mga values na to, so, yung standard deviation po is makikita sa shift 1. Okay, sa shift 1. Nagkulang na ng, ng T. Yan. So, sa shift 1 po siya, and then, nasa under ng variable. Okay, so yung variable is nasa 4. Si var. And then, if you're using 570 ES, so yung meron dyan is yung number 3, tapos yung number 4 na x omega n minus 1. So, yung number 3 po kasi, sabi is, it's a population standard deviation. And yung number 4 naman, so yung number 3 for population standard deviation. Yung number 4 naman, that is for sample standard deviation. Okay? So, in our case, so sample lang naman siya kasi 10 lang naman yung given. So, kunin natin as yung number 4. Sa 991 ES, okay, yung standard deviation po is yung SX. So, I think nasa number 4 din siya. Kasi yung calcu ko is 570 ES, kaya, ayan, yung sabi ko yung counterparts niya. Okay, at may mga kayong sagot na 3.30 something yan. That's 3.3. Okay. Okay, so for the last question, an English class consists of 20 French students, 25 Italian students, and 15 Spanish students. On an exam, the French students average 78, Italian students average 75, and Spanish students average 76. So, find the mean grade of the class. Okay, so inanap natin yung mean. That's the X bar. Okay, that's the X bar. So, let's just input it in our table. Okay, so pag in-input natin siya sa table, hindi natin yung mga grades. So, 78 for the French students. Ilan yung French students? 20. Italian students natin, 75. And 25 sila. And yung Spanish naman, average is 76. At 15 silang lahat. Then, AC. Okay. Then after that, shift 1. Shift 1. Then number 4 for the variable. Then look for the bar X. At makukuha natin 76.25. And that's the end of the probability and statistics. So I hope you have learned a lot from this video. And don't forget to subscribe and invite your classmates or friends in my channel. That's all. Thank you.